Do you ever wonder why insurance companies are so nice to you if you've been in a wreck and they're calling from the other side? What they're trying to do is trick you into settling your case. Let me explain how insurance companies try to take advantage of you in the days or moments after a wreck with their tricks to try to scam you out of what's fair for you and your case. So, after a car wreck, the people who hit you are going to give you their insurance. Number one, they're going to try to be nice to you and basically get information from you. Insurance adjusters are not your friends. They're not looking out for you. They're not here to help you. They're here to try to scam you and take advantage of you if you have an injury case or to minimize your payout on any kind of claim. They're going to try to talk to you to get a recorded statement. A recorded statement is a statement that they're going to ask with your permission to record and ask you questions about what happened and your injuries. A lot of times it doesn't benefit you to talk to them, and it doesn't benefit you to get into details about your injuries so soon. During the same call, they might offer you money. A lot of people all over the state of Texas have accidentally settled their case for injuries without even knowing what they were agreeing to. On a recorded statement, they might ask, are you willing to accept $500 or $1,000 for full and final for your injuries or full and final for your case? And if you say yes, that's legally enforceable. A verbal agreement to settle your case is legally enforceable in the state of Texas. If an insurance adjuster calls you and they're getting information and then they offer you money and they're trying to be nice to you, it probably means you have a stronger case than you realize, and they're trying to settle it on the cheap before you actually get medical attention, before you actually know the extent of your injuries. And so ultimately, it doesn't benefit you in any way. Even if you give a recorded statement that's fine, the insurance company is still going to try to find ways to poke holes in your case with the same statement you just gave. For example, if they ask you what happened, you might say something that they're going to later twist to try to deny liability against you or delay evaluation of your liability case so your car can't get fixed or you can't get any official position on whether they're accepting fault. Remember, insurance companies are not going to do anything until they are finally put in a position where they have to accept liability, accept fault, to start paying out for things. Until they accept liability, they can basically drag out the case as long as they want, even up until your case ultimately expires under what's called the statute of limitations, which we talk about in our other videos. But remember, when you're giving a recorded statement, they're going to ask you about your injuries. And if you say, I'm not hurt, and then later on you get care, they're going to use that and say, back when we talked to you about your injuries, here's this recorded statement that says you weren't hurt and then you went to the ER, now you need surgery, or now you need treatment, or now you need therapy. We're denying all that treatment because you said on this day you weren't hurt, so obviously you're making it up. You're faking your injuries. You're a liar and you don't deserve to be paid. That is the standard playbook by every insurance company to avoid paying out what they're supposed to. They're going to try to get you to make commitments on how the accident happened or that you're not hurt or don't really need care so that you don't get the care that you need and you don't get the payout that you deserve. Final point, they're going to try to settle your case on the cheap. Remember, the $500 that they offer you, the $1,000 that they offer you, they're trying to settle your case and it is enforceable if you agree to it. You don't even need to deposit the money. As long as you tell them you agree to a settlement and they make sure to tell you it's for full and final, that's the end of your case. You might need back surgery the very next day and you cannot do anything about forcing them to pay you for that because you've released the person who's at fault. So if you've been in any kind of a wreck, any kind of situation where you are hurt, you have significant property damage, or the insurance company might be pushing back or giving you a hard time, you probably need to talk to a lawyer because the lawyer is going to make sure that you get, number one, liability established so that the policy in place is accepting liability and they pay for your damages. Either that's your vehicle repair and vehicle damages or total loss, or your bodily injury claim, which is the money for your physical suffering and pain. The second thing is that a lawyer will protect you from having to give a recorded statement. Let us explain to the insurance company what's going on, because what we say is not your testimony. What you say is testimony they can use as evidence in a court of law because it's your testimony. You are a party witness that is admissible as evidence. Us negotiating with them is not admissible evidence. They're not going to be able to use that against you if we're saying particular things about your case. A lawyer is going to know the true value of your case. If you talk to an attorney who knows what they're doing, they're going to know all the damages that you should be able to claim and what evidence is needed to get consideration and money damages for those things. So if you've been in a wreck, don't settle your case for $500. Don't settle it for $1,000. Don't believe that the judge is trying to be nice to you. Don't believe that because you are working with them, they're going to go easier on you. You are just going to be caught in another trick where they fool you into not accepting the money you deserve.